case, but they were arrested. It's been a month and a half ago at the packing house where they work at 2 o'clock in the morning for 200 policemen, security guard came and arrested elderly sisters and mainly children. Took the senior sisters to jail, pajamas, and some of the young brothers they took to jail barefooted. Now, the reason that they gave for arresting them was supposedly that they were working without a permit, but at 2:30 in the morning they wasn't working. You understand what I'm saying? And just for working without a permit was no reason to take them to jail barefooted, or to take a 66-year-old woman to jail with her hands tied, with her pajamas on. I mean, that's inhumane. You understand? So it just so happened that the elder that was taken to jail that was 66 happened to be my mother. Okay. So, and I'm a citizen. Okay. You understand? So they can't tell me that they went with a list of everybody's name, that they took her to jail in her pajamas, 66 years old, hands tied, and they had a list of everybody's name, and they couldn't go down the list and see that she was my mother. At 66, going to jail in her pajamas. So they couldn't tell me. I wouldn't accept it. So, and she's been in the land for the last 15 or 16 years. Now, how are you going to tell me that you take somebody to jail at 66 with their hands tied up in their pajamas, been in the land for 17 years, and her son is a citizen of the country, that she's working illegal without a work permit? I mean, and not only that, she's stateless. You understand what I'm saying? So all of these things, this is just one case, but out of it, they arrested 46 souls were arrested. And this has been going on periodically, off and on, for the last 15 years.
So we have men, women, and children in that 46 number?
Well, young adults, okay, from the age of maybe 16 up to 66. Right. See, like some of the youngsters doing when they're out of school, they go and work at the packing house. They're picking fruit, packing fruit. So this is one of the major things. And during the period of that time, no one could go to work. No one could work. None of the brothers were allowed to go out to work, which was the workforce. So that put a terrible, on food. Okay. And providing for the rest of our 1,500 so members. Now here you got to imagine that you got almost 2,000 people that the major income is that the brethren going out every day. So now they have this, since they have made this statement that we are in the country illegal and that we are working illegal, now can't nobody work. Expect us for now, after 17 years, to provide an income for our families. So they're, in other words, what they're trying to do is politically starve us out. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know that we have to eat, and they know then at the same time that we have to provide for our families. Now, in a case like that, what would you do? So here everybody now is bagged up into the little housing complex where we live now. Nobody can go to work, but we have to provide for our families. But it was such a devastating, unexplainable kind of situation that would happen within the Ministry of Interior, that a lot of the local inhabitants couldn't understand it. And some of them came out, spoke up against the terrible condition that they were putting upon us, and because it was inhumane. And it was just outright racism.
So we have reports here that the Israeli government has been treating the brothers very inhumane. Their treatment of the brothers, they have been justifying the because of the brothers not being converted or not being Israeli citizens. So they have made statements here that they are just following the natural or the normal process. You see what I'm saying? That in gathering people up that are not citizens of the country, and imprisoning them and deporting them.
Now let me explain something about that to you. That's true. They have also told us in the Supreme Court that we could not apply as a group for citizenship, right? We have to apply as individuals in the community or in the area where we live for an application to become a citizen. But in the area where we live, if you go and ask for an application, they refuse to give you the application. You understand what I'm saying? Or if you get an application, they refuse to accept it when you fill it out. Okay. So then how do you apply in the area where you live for citizenship when they refuse to accept it? Okay. That means that you cannot apply, and then but they still takes it back and use that against you, that you didn't apply for it. No, we didn't apply because you wouldn't allow us to apply. You understand what I'm saying? So when it gets to the Supreme Court, then they turn around and say they didn't apply. Didn't nobody ask for it. No, because they wouldn't allow, they wouldn't accept none of their applications.
Okay. So brothers have applied then for citizenship.
They went to apply, but they were refused. They were rejected.
So the issue there then, as they've been portraying in the media here, has been the conversion issue. Right. So that's not really the issue.
But what we're talking about, on a humanitarian basis. They have Christians, they have Muslims, they have Jews, and they have all other ethnic groups, and they don't require them to become converted. So all we're asking for is to become citizens, just like anybody else can become a citizen. A Muslim Arab can become a citizen. They don't ask him to become a Jew. A Christian, they have Christian citizens. They don't ask them to become Jews. All of a sudden, we come back and we'll say, well, first of all, just give us citizenship as a human being. You don't have to call us nothing. Just call us a citizen. Israeli citizen. You don't have to even give us a name. You understand? Just leave that blank, but make us a citizen. You understand? That means we then have the right, as everybody else have a right, as a citizen. You understand what I mean? We don't have to be called religious nothing, but just call a citizen. You understand what I'm saying? So now, but they take it back, and it's all under political heading, as they want to make everyone believe, but it's just under a racist heading. And they can't deny it. They can if you sit and accept it. But we don't accept it because they make a citizen, and the Minister of Interior, see, he hides behind this. They can reject or accept who they want to without having to give a legal reason why he does it. Unless it's something that's way out of proportion with reality, then the Supreme Court will demand them to give a decision on why they made that decision like that. So this has been the case for the last 15 years. And out of 15 years, there's only one person that, out of